When you want to work on an app that's already existing in App Inventor, all you have to do is pick it from the list. And you want to make sure that you click on the name here and not the checkbox. If you click on the checkbox here, then it gives you the options of moving it to the trash or publishing it to the gallery or other things. But if you just click on the name itself, then it will bring up the app. Now let's take a look at the App Inventor screen here. There's different columns, 4 different columns up here. On the left we have Palette, then the Viewer, then Components, and Properties. In the Palette column here, these are all the objects that you have to work with in App Inventor. And there's different categories here. The little gray bars down here, these are called drawers. In the user interface drawer, we have most of the common objects that you'd use in your app. But then we also have layout, media, drawing, animation, map, sensors, etc. all the way down. And if I needed something in another drawer, let's say that I wanted to get some media, I would click on the media drawer. It opens up and you notice the user interface now is closed. You can only have one drawer open at a time. Most of the time you'll be getting your objects out of the user interface drawer, but if you need something from somewhere else, the instruction will tell you which drawer it's in. At the bottom here, there are some extra things that you may or may not have in your App Inventor. It depends on which version of the App Inventor you have, and the ones down here, the experimental and extension, change all the time. In the next column here, the viewer, this gives you a representation of a tablet or a phone that you're working with. There is a drop down here so you can change it from phone or tablet or monitor. We're going to stick with the phone size, but if you're developing something for your own and you want it to work especially well on a tablet, then you can change it to tablet size. In the third column over, there's actually 2 items here. We have components and media. Components is going to show everything that's in your app, and you'll see that change here as soon as we start creating an app. The media, with the upload button, it shows whatever media you have loaded into this project. Before you can use a picture or a sound or a video or any other type of media, you need to upload it and have it be in your project, and then you can reference it once it's been uploaded. You can upload from right here in the media, or I'll show you later on how you can do it from the properties screen or properties column as well. That brings us to the last column here. This is properties. This properties column changes depending on which object in the components that is currently selected. Right now we only have the one object, which is screen 1, and so all of these properties are for screen 1. And I could change the property and it will make a change over here where we can view. For example, if I don't like the default background color, I can find the background color here, click on it and give it another background color, say red, and you notice that it changed right away to red. And I can always go back and change things anytime I want to whatever I want, and it will immediately show up as a change over here. In this green bar here, up at the top, we have some more buttons. First one here is for screen selection. We only have one screen right now called Screen 1, and that's the default screen. If I want to have more screens in my app, I would click on the Add Screen button, give it a name, and then the Screen 1 and my other screen that I created would show up here, and I can switch between them using this drop down here. If I don't need a screen anymore, then I can click on it and remove the screen. Over on the right hand side, we have 2 buttons. The designer screen is this screen here. The designer screen is what the user will see when they are running the app, and then the block screen is the underlying code for what the program will do when it runs. And so that's pretty much the screen for App Inventor. And when we do things, we pretty much move from left to right. We pick something from the palette here, put it into the screen, and I'll show you how to do that in another video. It will show up over here as components. We can rename it if we want to, and then we change the properties for it. And we repeat that as many times as we need to until our screen is done.